I have always been the black sheep of my family simply because I chose to go into trade school instead of a prestigious university like my younger sister Emily. My parents always favored her and called her the golden child who would bring honor to the family name, while I was just a mechanic who liked to get his hands dirty. Fast forward 10 years, and I own a chain of successful auto repair shops, and I am doing very well financially, while Emily is drowning in student debt with a degree she doesn't use. When Emily got engaged to her college boyfriend Chad, my parents sat me down and gave me a sob story about how they couldn't afford the wedding of her dreams because they had just remortgaged their house. They looked me in the eye and asked if I would contribute as a wedding gift. Being the brother who just wanted to be accepted, I agreed to pay for the venue and the catering and the flowers, which totaled around $50,000. I paid everything directly to the vendors and signed the contracts in my name. For 6 months I was treated like royalty by my family, and they actually invited me to dinners and asked about my life, and I finally felt like I belonged. Then came the week of the wedding. I received a call from my mother 3 days before the big day, and her voice sounded fake and sweet. She told me that the venue had a strict capacity limit and that they had accidentally overbooked the guest list. She said that since I was just a brother and I didn't really know Chad's family, it would be best if I gave up my seat so that some of my father's important business partners could attend. I was stunned. I asked her if she was seriously uninviting me to the wedding I paid for. She laughed nervously and said that technically it was a gift, so I shouldn't hold it over their heads, and that I could still come to the ceremony. But the reception was for close friends and family only. I was heartbroken and furious, but I didn't yell. I just told her I understood and hung up. I spent the next 2 days thinking about what to do. I realized they only used me for my money. They were ashamed to have a mechanic at their fancy black tie event. On the morning of the wedding, I woke up and made some calls. I called the venue manager, who I had become quite friendly with, and told him that due to a family emergency I had to cancel the event immediately. He reminded me that I wouldn't get a refund at this late notice. I told him I didn't care about the money, I just wanted the event canceled. Since I was the only name on the contract, he had to comply. I did the same with the caterer and the florist. At the PM, which was 1 hour before the ceremony was supposed to start, my phone blew up. My mother was screaming that the doors to the venue were locked and the staff was refusing to let anyone in. My sister was hysterical in the background, crying that her day was ruined. My father sent me a text calling me a spiteful and grateful son. I texted back a screenshot of the cancellation confirmation in a message that said since I was in close family, I didn't think my presence or my money was needed. I turned off my phone and went on a week-long fishing trip. It has been a month, and they are still threatening to sue me, but my lawyer says they have no case because I was the sole client on all the contracts. I haven't spoken to them since. And I have never felt more free.